Okay, so today we're reviewing The Wayward Star by Jenn Stark, and this is an advanced reader copy, but I would have bought it anyway because I'm really invested in this series. Absolutely love it. It is action-packed from the first page every time. There's always good information in the parts that aren't action-packed. Information about the characters, great story, definitely a good one to pick up. So it starts with Sarah and Nigel, and they are trying to hunt down some stuff, which is them back to their old good tricks. And it's really funny because Nigel ends up in a bit of a funny situation, and it made me laugh. He's got a bit of a old flame thing going on. So yeah, that was really funny. The book mainly takes place in Vegas this time, although there's a little bit of globetrotting. Yeah, it's mainly Vegas. And seriously, Jenn Stark really should be paid by the tourism board because it's definitely made me want to go there, especially to see fountains. I love fountains, especially like the bigger, the more ridiculous, the better. They always crack me up, God knows what reason. Okay, that was one thing that I really wanted to talk about. Was I really enjoyed that it was on home turf. It was good. It made it feel like a homecoming. So if you've sort of looking at the series and going, do I pick up the next one? Definitely do. Yeah, it was just as enjoyable as all of the other books have been. And if you haven't picked it up, even just grab a sample off Kindle of the original series and just read the first chapter. And if you're not hooked, then I'd be bloody surprised. Okay, so there's some changes to the council leadership, and that hasn't really changed. If you read the last book, you'll know where we're at. And I thought that was really good. And what has been revealed is, in this book, the reason why that has happened and why the magician has gone the way that he's gone and why he's lost his memory. So that's really cool. You get a hint at that. So that's really interesting. You also get some really solid information on where the story is going next, and it involves Sarah's past. So something's happened in Sarah's past, and it's going to shape the way that the book series is going. I think the story arc of, that sort of the Shadow Council, her, and I hope that that's enough to get you interested. Okay, it leaves Sarah with a lot of questions. So, of course, that leaves the reader with a lot of questions. Not in an annoying way, though. Not in a I don't know what's going on way. Not in a, oh my God, I'm desperate to know. The story wraps up really well. I always like a story where there's a long ending so that you've got enough time to wind down from the excitement. And also, you don't feel like you've been left hanging in any way, shape or form. That's a mark of a good series. Spend a lot of time with your good old friends, and then you got to wind it back and get some decent closure before you wait for the next one, which is always helpful to me. Okay, the magician is being weird still, but as I said, you get a glimpse into why, so that's a bit more satisfying. I'd like to see how he changes or what he reveals over the coming books. So I'd really like to know more about the Emperor and where he's at. He seems to be having a slight character change, but I don't trust it at all, which is probably wise. Nikola Tesla is also having a sort of, not a character change, but he's becoming a nicer person. That one I trust a little more, although you never know, I could be surprised. Nikki is fabulous as always. My absolute favourite character in the book series, her and Death. Although Death doesn't make much of an appearance, her part in it is funny. So Sarah has a high school reunion and Nikki goes all out, which is absolutely hilarious and added some much needed lightness to the book. One of the things I love most about this series is the comedy and the lightheartedness of it, even in the midst of some pretty serious things going on, there's always some fun and laughter and comic relief. So yeah, definitely recommend it. It's as good as it has been. It's not one of those series, you know, sometimes when you get really far into a series, it gets shit. And you're like, I mean, I picked one up from the library ages ago, and I'd recommend the start of the series. But once you get sort of book 9, I was just like, hey, I'm out. Not that, no, this particular series is actually quite good. So stick with it. Alrighty, peace out. Have a good one. Happy New Year.